Welcome back. This week under the category, it's tough to have it both ways. We submit our friend and fellow Texan, Congressman Colin Allred.
I don't know if you heard, but Ted Cruz just endorsed Kari Lake. Wow. Yeah, we were there on January 6th. We know that Ted Cruz was one of the main architects of that.
Allred regularly posting on TikTok in his bid to displace our state's junior United States Senator. So here's the rub. As we've previously reported, Allred recently voted to ban TikTok if it remains under the direct influence of the Chinese Communist government, posing an ongoing security risk to our nation. The congressman is catching plenty of heat from TikTok defenders who consider Allred's vote a betrayal. So, panel, do they have a point? I'm going to start with you, Paul Castro.
Well, if you want to know how successful TikTok is in worm holding inside people's brains, all you have to see is what happened after they started putting information out about stopping this effort in Congress. The number of calls that went in were insane. So it works, and this is not going to pass.
All right. It's Allred just being pragmatic. I'm going to vote for it up there, but I got a race to win down here.
Well, excluding the congressman you just had, this is common behavior for members of Congress. Do one thing and say another. And so it might be a little pragmatism, but you should, if you're so fervent on your desire to ban it, then you probably shouldn't be using it yourself.
Chell, how do you come down on this?
Well, as a mother with a teenager and a tween, TikTok is what they do now, right? What they access. There would be a massive revolution if you banned TikTok. But I think Congress is talking about banning it with a provision, right? Banning it and then selling it to an American company for 6 months. Highly impractical. Probably won't happen. TikTok is here to stay. Parents, just monitor your kids.
All right, Marcus, is Allred just being pragmatic, saying like, look, the reality is it's still up, and I got to get to voters, particularly young voters in Texas.
Yeah, I think that it's just a realistic point of view, right? I disagree with this platform, but while it's open, this is the platform that people are using, so I'm going to use it. I think, and I get the whole TikTok thing, but I think we have to take in consideration what brought this about, right? There are some serious security concerns in this nation with us allowing ourselves to be wide open to a country that does not like us, that flew a big balloon over us to take information. I can't stress that fact enough that this is a real concern. I think that we're taking lightly. And as much as we love TikTok, right, we have to take the serious concern seriously because, our security is incredibly important.
Jack Christie, is this just another example of an age-old story of saying one thing and doing another?
No, let's parlay off of his last comment. I'm warning this city, and I started cybersecurity for this city. There are a couple of countries that want to take us down without a bullet, and it's through the infrastructure of this city. And I have total evidence. The FBI will show you evidence. Any intrusion into our data from a couple of countries, they are trying to take us down. If you take down Houston, you can take down anybody. The most diverse city in America, NASA, import, export, oil and gas capital of the world. It's serious, and any intrusion, we should put a stop to it.
And let's not forget the social aspect of this. I'm sorry, Paul. Let's not forget, China doesn't allow the version of TikTok that America has to exist in China. So let's take that in consideration as we're loving our tickety-tockety.
Charles, final 30 seconds. The optics of this, because he voted for restrictions on TikTok.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same thing with Nikki Haley during the primary, right? Saying that she didn't support it and yet she's let her kids use it. I think we see this a lot from elected officials. But yeah, the optics of it, for you to be so vocal in opposition to it but still using it yourself, it goes to say that you might not feel it's that deep of a concern. Although I do agree with my illustrious panel members that it is a deep concern.
Oh, we're illustrious.
Leave it there.